Hi, everyone. Happy Thursday. Hi, guys. Thanks for hopping on. Hello. Oh, I got to turn you down on my other phone. We don't need to hear me twice. I'm not sure if you guys have seen these, but it's a super cool new collection from Diami. And it is a baby boomer, like blooming graduation, delicate lines, really easy to layer. Look. And they've been teasing with like other colors and collections to come. But these are like the first collection. They're very soft. Like all your neutrals that you need for all those wedding nails, all those ombres, that everybody asked for. So there are 10 gels in the collection. You also get 20 of the sponges. You get like these little palettes that you can use. And I'm just going to show you how simple they are to use. Very, very easy. I am in no way, shape, or form an ombre expert. Honestly, I avoided them like the plague, if I'm being perfectly honest, because all that dabbing and fussing and like for a perfect ombre, for me, I'd rather spend that time like hand painting or something like that. So to make this so simple for someone like me is a miracle. So that's just my honest, like why I avoided them. It's just not my specialty. I always admired them and thought they were really pretty, but I just didn't feel like taking the time to do a seamless ombre. That's the truth. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to use these. You get like this box, okay? This is how they come in here. And all your tools are in this sweet little box. So what's it saying? Soft as a baby's cheek with effortless blends and delicate lines. Yeah. So this is a 4th generation art gel, and it's made specifically for this type like gradation being seamless. Okay. So these are specifically for this, and it's called Baby Boomer Gel. Did you miss a tutorial? You're struggling. No, we just started. I'm going to show you. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like struggling with the ombre is a thing. And I see that it paused. I don't know what that's about. Everything's closed out. So the mushroom sponge comes with it. Okay, so these are to be used with the gels. You get all 10 gel colors. And I feel like struggling with ombre is really a common theme, honestly. I think it's hard. I don't think it's an easy thing to do. So I'm just going to show you, and listen, mine still probably are not perfect. But to do this in like 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, you'll see videos from them that they're doing a full hand in like 7 seconds. And that is the truth. I mean, that's the crazy part about it. So if you struggle, this is something you might want to look into. So you get a white. Okay, these are thick. I'm going to show you how to tap the brush into it. Because these are... they're little tiny like Pongello pots. You also do, and I'm not sure where the bag for it is, but you do get the blooming top that you can attach to these. But since I'm putting the whole mushroom sponge in there, I did not add these onto them. But for liners, etc., they have these cool tops where you can dip your brush and then use these little divots to drag off extra gel. So that is definitely something Diami does with their Pongello pots. So you do get a bag of those. So if you want to add them to your gels, you can. I'm not even sure why I'm closing them because we're going to use them all. Okay, so let's do that. So 1 is white. 2 is like a light gray, like a little bit of an off-white. Definitely gray if you see it next to the white. All right. And then like by the stickers, you can tell there's a lot of pinks, but they're all different. So I think this is perfect for different skin tones. So you have that like typical baby pink. And then you have like a peachy. This looks like beige, but look how pretty this peach is in here. So don't go off the top colors. The stickers Sometimes computers do that. So then 5 is, yes, all lives are saved, and not only saved to my channel. Hi guys, I'm Lauren, Inspo by Nails, by the way, and Sweetie Nail Supplies channel, but also on their YouTube so that you can take your time watching it back. So this is a mauve. It's number 5. This one is a darker mauve, so you can see the difference. One's got a little bit more undertone of orange. One has a little bit more undertone of blue. You've got the spectrum of what someone wants in that ombre in this collection because of these right here. All right. So, and the white and the black. You have this lavender. Look at it. So pretty. You have, this looks like another pink, but like look at how vivid this coral is. Isn't it pretty? All right. And then red. And then black. So you've got it all. And then I did see them spy about pastel collections coming and even like vivid, like brights for spring to summer. So I think this is definitely going to be something they continue to add to. And I would suggest you get, if you can add on more mushroom sponges, I probably would. You can dab them off, okay, and use them again. But in trying to show some different looks, I've used these up pretty quickly. So they're going to come like this. You get way more than I have because I've gone through some. You get 20. But I want to show you how simple this is. So I already did some nudes on the nail because using a clear nail, it's kind of hard to see. And honestly, let's just put these back in here like this. That way they're not sliding around on my desk. I'm not making a mess, and we can take them out that way. Because I can tend to do that, you guys. You have seen in my stories how crowded my desk actually is. There's barely room for me to show you anything. So, and I continue. I love it, but it's a mess. All right, so just to show you, when you have the pots, all you have to do is dip this into it, and you're going to see that's actually probably too much. You just dip it. Okay, and I'll do it again with another one, but you don't even need this much gel on here. I'm going to wipe some off. One of these palettes, and you're going to tap it into the sponge. Okay, that's it. Tap it into the sponge, and then you're lightly going to tap it on the nail. Something really cool about these two is you can build this up at the base or however you want, without even having to cure in between. But I am hardly touching this nail. Like I am just lightly tapping, tapping, tapping. And then remember, if you want it to be lighter, you can take more off the mushroom sponge. You can use an area that we haven't used yet. You see there's still plenty on my sponge. You can take it up as high as you want, whatever you want, but they're really, really easy to use, and it's very seamless. Okay, if you feel more comfortable, you can do a little flash cure with this, and we'll go back in again. Ooh, I didn't get them out on the table, but I think we're going to pull out something else that's new from Diami. And I'm not sure if you guys are into inks. You obviously know I am. But they have a new, ink collection. And they're really nice. So we might play with those on top too. They just live over in the drawer. This is not over a mat. It's over just a wiped inhibition layer. You do not have to mat the nail. Okay, you can even use it over a shiny layer if you have a, what do you call it? Like a non-wipe. You can use it too. I have not found that it needs it doesn't need something special underneath it for it to work beautifully. Another time saver, honestly, because then you can use whatever base you want without even having to worry about it. But you see, it's super simple. Super easy. They are on Sweetest Nail Supply right now. Yep. Use your favorite brand ambassador code if you need one to save a little bit. But yeah, you get a lot in this collection. Because listen, these are going to last for a very long time because you use very, very, very minimal product. So they also are saying you can use these gels for other things, like you can use them, line definition, etc. So we'll try that too. All right. I mean, like, look how vivid the red is. And I know you want to see the black. So I also did like a black. We can do, what do you want to do? A black glitter? Do you want to do like this sheer black and then do the pigment on it? Well, let's try a black glitter real quick. And then we'll cap it. Let's use butter. Okay, this is the black collection. But they all act like this. Like they all are super pigmented. You're really just using the color that you want, you know. And we're going to do one with them layered right over top one another, because that's really cool too. Like this little nail that I put on the palette, I'll show it to you as soon as we're curing this. I did all at the same time. Like I didn't cure it. Let me get some of this butter on here. Looking around my phone, I want it to be somewhat even, but let's box this in a little bit. For those of you that are excellent, like with an airbrush and you have like fun stencils and things like that, use them with this. I've never even tried an airbrush, so I don't have those kinds of things. But if you do, definitely use your stencils for that. We could go in, let's see how it reacts with the liner. Hold on. Let's see. And if I was using this solely as like a gel liner, etc., I would probably, have those little tops on there because I really love them. But for right this second, let's see how this does. Oh, okay. I probably should work it in the brush a little bit because I didn't prep my brush. But yeah, definitely thicker. But yeah, you could do some really tiny lines. Pigmented. Really pigmented. And trust me, all you girls that are amazing at ombre, you're going to be like, man, this just took my time down, because I'm not. And if I can get it looking decent, then anybody can. Just not my forte. I think I have to clear some of these things out of the back because it's just killing the picture for you guys. So let me do that. Let me move them over to my right because we all know that's where my things that I use live. Let me put a lid on this real quick because I'm not going to be using them. But yeah, it does work. Okay, let's do the black too. Let's be smart and use the one that I used yesterday with the black. So you guys can dab off all the excess of these or the sponges and then use like isopropyl alcohol to pretty much get it all cleaned up. All right, this is sticky, so let me wipe it. And let me move those things like I said I was going to. I hope you guys are having a good week. It's a holiday weekend for lots of people. I hope everybody has time off, can relax a little bit. If you celebrate. All right, if I missed questions, just hit me up again. Okay, I want to show you this again, like at the dip. So all you have to do is really touch it. Like it's still, look, See that one little piece? That's all you need, seriously. Work it into the sponge. All right. And then work it into the nail. I mean, in seconds. Let's go around on this one. Actually, I'm going to get a little more. For the pigmented colors such as black and white, would you recommend to work in thin layers, curing in between? Because you did mention before that you can build it up without curing. Yes, but they're actually so thin when you're tapping it on like this, I'm not sure that it's even necessary. And there is a sheerness to the black. That would be the only one that I'm concerned about. But it's not, I think the reason it probably is a little bit sheer is so that you don't have to worry about non-curing. But they are really pigmented, but you're using them so thin that I don't think there's a concern with that. I didn't see one, but like I guess the tapping and using so little product makes it okay. It's totally up to you. And it depends how high you want to take it, etc. You know? But it is really thin. If I was using this on a nude, and I'll show you the black on a nude because it'll show you how thin it is. It is a sheer black. I mean, it appears to be pretty solid, but it's not. It is a sheerish black. I think when you're using it with a brush, you need to be careful of not making it too thick. The sponge is really nice stuff. Very versatile. You know, try what you have at home too, like to get different effects. Like I said, you can use, I mean, I really was a little jealous, guys, of the ones of you guys that have stencils and stuff for this, because I'm seeing some really beautiful art that, like, listen, I never attempted it because I don't play with an airbrush, but I think you could do it with these, which is cool because it gives you like those clouds, etc. Like, that's pretty, right? All right, let's cure it. Let me show you this really quick on a nude so you can see how sheer it is. All right, I'm going to pick up more. I have no idea where my finger picked up black paint, but it did, clearly. It's okay. But you see, it's not, even though it appears to be pigmented after you pass a couple times, it definitely has a sheerness to it. All right. But yeah, you could do all those fun little clouds and yes, stencils. All right, Jenny's going to do some stencils. I don't have stencils, so I can't do them for you. But I think they'd work beautifully. And then you don't have to use. I know everyone's using them safely. I know you guys are thinking about what pigments you're putting in an airbrush, etc. My problem with an airbrush was loading, cleaning, like all the maintenance of an airbrush. So I never even tried it. Just not. And you know how I feel about ombres. Like, as much as I thought they were pretty, I just did not. It was not my thing. So if you're going to clean one of these, or somewhat clean it, you're going to tap out all the excess. Okay. That's why it's perfect for me to show you guys these, because I stink at ombre. So, like I said, if I can do it, you can do it, because I'm going to use some isopropyl alcohol, and I'm going to use a lint-free wipe. I'm not sure I'd trust it if it was like this beautiful ombre artist, and they were like, look, it looks great. I'd be like, all of your ombres look great. No, Lauren's don't. All right, so just getting excess off of here for right now. I will worry about it later, but you can clean them to a certain extent to use over and over again. But you know, they're sponges, so I would just buy some extras. Okay, and this is going on top of other things. I want to show you like the pink, right? Because that is always super popular. Let's do that. And I want the orange too. Let's see if we can get the pop this time. You can almost see the texture of the sponge where I hit it the last time. See that in the pot? Like these are like, they're almost stringy, okay? So remember, they are thick gels. That is the purpose of them, is to get the job done very easily. Ooh, heck, that was a lot. You need very, very little. All right? Very little. You see what I mean? Here, let's do this too. Do some colors right on top of one another. Oh, this is the wet one. I don't want that. Need it to be dry. And I want to show you that weird coral. If anybody has any colors that you're really itching to see, let me know. But look how soft that is. Go back to pink. You could do this all over, guys, and get like a super color wash typo long nails day. I do that all the time. Oh, I want to show you that. I want to show you that too. I want to show you the peachy color because it's just, and remember, you can do the aura in the center. All right. Keeping them stored in a protected case just for these. They can last multiple. Keep them away from all light though, yes. And, you know, they're little sponges. I don't know. I would just get some extra. Because I just feel funky about that. Like, I've not had one look brand new after cleaning it, you know, so. Yep. Any brand ambassador code. Thank you. Thank you for helping me. All right. I mean, I'm using really soft colors here. We're going to put on something else too for you to see this. Let me do some of this peach. I want you to see this peach. Do you see that? See how pretty it is? See? This is like the softest blend ever. Just by tapping them on. We're going to have to put some black in there to show you differences, but maybe we will. Yes. This will make a pop of color. Let's do this mauvey. Oop, and I grabbed way, way, way too much. Guys, you need the tiniest bit. Do you see? And this nail is still so thin. That's what I mean. Like, so even though I'm kind of going over it while I haven't cured anything, this is so thin, it's ridiculous. There is not a ton of product on this nail. Okay, the coverage, yes, the coverage is what's happening here. Okay, so this is like a soft little blushy nail, like a color wash nail, very easily done with one sponge. Okay, let's cure it. I mean, obviously, they look better when you put on your top coat. I'm going to use the doughy top because I love it and it's on my table. And I'm not going to fuss around. All right, I want to show you that coral and some inks too, because they're nice and colorful and playful for spring, but like, oh, use your silver on there. You've got a bridal nail, instant bridal nail. Yes, and take, you know, however you like to do them. You could take it 3/4 of the way up if you want to. You could do it right down at the bottom, like some of these. This is like a low, but it still was one pass. Okay, so they're really easy to use. I think that's what we need to emphasize here. Oh, where is the black? There it is. Let's do a coat on that too while we're waiting for that other thing to cure. And we could have been more precise with this if you wanted to. I'm just trying to go through colors with you guys. Work it however you like, however you want your ombre to look. But they're very, very, very versatile. I'm going to wipe these off real quick. Oh, let's see though. All right, so just in case, if you wanted to make areas darker, you can go in again. Okay, you see how it's darkening up some areas. Doesn't have to be exactly where you put it before. If you want to, tap, tap, tap. That's it. And it's a very light touch. Very, very light. Okay, if you want to make some, which one was this? This is the gray. And this on the palette is definitely still usable, okay? Definitely. All right. So very, very, very soft color wash, which really could have been done in that first pass. It really looked pretty just with that. I'm just showing you, okay? Cure that. All right, let's do a longer nail, and let's do that floral, that coral real quick. Okay, so this is, I don't know if these are available individually. I would guess not, because it is like a kit of all the, maybe eventually, I don't know what they're planning, but at the same time, you might, if they're available individually, that would be kind of cool too. I meant to look that up. I really apologize, you guys. All right, let me get another clean sponge. All right, so I want to show you 8. Lord, making a mess over here. Okay, all right, ready? Oh, that time it did it. Do you see how it didn't even like take much out of here at all? All right. Look, like there's nothing on there. Hardly anything. I know sometimes, guys, I am such a thin painter that I get a little cheap. And you don't need to be cheap. These are going to last a really long time, so you don't have to be too stingy, but you don't want so much that you can't, get it into the sponge. But look at this. Look at it. I'm gonna take this one. You see? And really, really light, guys. I mean, I would call that a day. Like, I'd be like, that looks good. And move on. You guys are talking to someone that plays tennis and was like, what? It's coming this way. Why do I need to run? So, there's certain things that and ombre is one of them. More. Do it as dark as you want, as light as you want, but how quick, right? And you can see that, right? It's really soft. So this entire live is with the Diami Baby Boomer collection. It's on Sweetie Nail Supply. It's their gels. Right? Can you guys see how smooth it is? Thanks, Steph. Really, 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 really. I don't even know why I'm fussing with it. Like, it looks great. All right, so let's cure it. But even fussing with it doesn't ruin it, which is kind of nice, right? Let me get these out of here. All right, so they're very, very simple to use. We didn't even put a top on this. All right, we're not going to. Let's put some inks on it. Did I skip any colors that you guys really wanted to see? Do you want to see the purple? I know we have a lot of purple lovers. Let's do that too. Because okay, when you look at this, it looks like, whoa, that's purple, right? But watch. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I spy a hair about to go in. If you had to pick between a Mingo and Diami, which ombre gel would you choose? Sorry if this question was asked already. Okay, so it's a fair question. I have both, and I like both. I would say that they're very similar. The gels are very similar. So if you have a Mingo and you're happy, go ahead and add it. I think that the gels are super similar. They're very pigmented and make ombre easy. Do you see how nice and delicate that is? Even though it looks like, oh man, that's really purple. Yeah. I think you're good with either one. But what I've heard from people that have a lot of a Mingo, they're like, oh, but they don't have that. Or they don't have this color. Or blah, blah, blah. So you could supplement and use them together, I think, you guys. Honestly. But these are very impressive. Very. Hello. All right. So, and you know how like you can get something and it makes like a scratch or something? Just dab it out, man. It's fixed. All right. Super easy. I would say another cool thing about these is that this collection of 10 really covers all bases for like traditional baby boomer colors. And I find that to be quite convenient. I mean, just for wedding season alone, I feel like this is just going to save you so much time. You know, that's the purple. You saw the red on the other one. And we saw black and white and all the pinks in between. They're really, really pretty. So let me show you this too real quick. So pinks. Okay. This is the lighter one. This is the darker one. Let me see if I can put it on white or something that you can see this on. Hold on. Oy. Oy. All right. One is a little bit more peachy and one has a little bit more blue undertone, okay? So like all these colors are going to be perfect for any skin tone. Like so the traditional pink, here's the peach. All right, so here's the white. And here's the grayish. So you can get as subtle as you want. And again, if you want to be really subtle, you do one pass instead of two. It's just like just covering it up. Yeah, they're really, really impressive. Love them. The red. Here's the coral that we just did. Here is the black. Here's just a mixed sponge color, which we did one of those too. Okay, that's right here. Okay, so let's do this. Did I cure this? Yes, I did, I think. Okay. Yes, these are the ones I haven't. So let's go in with those new, like here's the yellow from the new Color Pop. The Color Drop inks. This is third collection or something, or they're very easy to shake up. Some are and some are not, right? But let me just show you how easy it is to do some little inks on top of here. And I feel like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 in this too. The white I had. The yellow is new. there are differences, Sherry, but I'll just DM me. I think actually I saved a live in the subscription with that. All right, we're just doing a quickie flower. Do you see how pigmented the little yellow is too? Yeah, of course. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I did do that weekend. I did a comparison video. Oh, there's so much magic to come. Wait till you see what we're doing next week, guys. Oh, sweet, right? Just a quick little ink. All right, so inks air dry, guys. You don't have to cure them. Just going to let it air dry for a second. And let's use a little bit of color on this one. Let me do this. Let me just make sure I wipe. This is cured. This is the one where we just put some over top one another just for a real easy little color wash. And let's just use some ink on top. This is a very nice, subtle white. Sometimes I want that bam of white ink, and sometimes I want subtle. This is definitely a subtle one. Do you see that? I don't know if you can see it. You'll see it when we put a top coat on. Sometimes these are hard to see in all this bright light. But yeah, they're very nice inks here. Very, very easy to use. All right, again, this doesn't need to be cured because it's an ink, right? So let's just put a top coat on. And you'll see. These are both new from Diami, and they're up on Sweetie Nail Supply. So the Baby Boomer collection and their color drop inks. I'll show you the colors of those real quick too. Even though that's not what this live is about, but that's okay. They go together. Can be used together. So once we put the top coat on, you can see the ink even more. Even though it's very, very subtle. It's just like little wisps of that white. So those colors in the inks that they just dropped are kind of vibrant and bright. They're going to match other collections of these baby boomers that I think are coming out. But I will show you the colors really quick. All right. All right, so here you go. And I'm not even worried about shaking them because they're really easy to shake. You got a peach. Yeah. You see that? All right, you've got an orange. Pretty, pretty orange. What I want you to do is take a look at the bottom of your ink, okay? If it looks white, you're not done shaking, okay? So whenever you have inks and you're shaking them around, just make sure that the bottom looks like the rest of the bottle and you're good. Okay. But I have a feeling we'll be playing with some inks next week. And some other things. All right, that's the yellow. See how vibrant and pretty they are? Here's the green. See, oh, perfect example. See, there's some pigment down there. So I want you to shake, shake, shake until you don't see that pigment anymore. And then you'll know your ink is mixed. Okay? I'll hold this up a little bit closer. If you are feeling like it's having trouble, tap, tap, tap. On the heel of your hand, please do not like do this and hurt your hand. Just do it on the heel of your hand or someplace hard. Now we've got the whole bottle looking the same, so this is all fine now. All right, they have a great white. There's the green. See how pretty they are? They're nice and vibrant for the upcoming season. All right, we've got this pink. All right, there's 10, guys. Got a blue, got a coral, color pop. What are they called? Hold on. Yeah, color drop. It's on the bottle, Lauren. I was looking for the box. You know it's not on the table. No. These are going to be really like beginner friendly inks, I feel like. Yeah. Color pop. Okay, there's the blue. Here's like one that's a little bit more coral, like that color with like that. These are water inks, okay? You don't have to worry about using, you should get like a clear blender to move them around. Okay, very easy. Color drop. All right. Here, we'll put them right over top of a no wipe top coat to show you. Ooh, I like that purple. It's like a blue purple. Here's like a magenta purple. Very bright. Ready for spring. Oh, see? Okay, this one needs a little shaking. If you guys have inks that are there's so much stuff in the bottom that you find them very hard to mix, lay them on their side. If you've noticed, I've closed every ink bottle as soon as I've used it, because inks, if they knock over, you will lose it in a second. That's pretty. All right, they're all pretty though. And the red. Wow. So this turned into 2. Show me. Very pretty. So check those out too. I will put up some reels with those and options. Actually, I think I have a few ready to go. So I'll have examples of the color drop in my reels. But yes, they're very, very, very easy to use. Here. And great for people who are not maybe comfortable with inks. Okay. Very, very simple. Layer them. And I had someone ask me today, like, I don't know why, but with inks, I just don't know what to do. Just make that first spot. Just put some on the nail and just go from there, okay? Don't overthink it. Don't worry about it, all right? Just play with it. You can mess around with them. You can blend them out. You can use a clear blender, but just play around with them. That's how I learn inks. It'll probably take me all weekend to learn a new set of inks. And just try a million different things. And then I'll come live and share them with you. Okay? But yeah, these are really impressive, really helpful if you struggle with ombre or baby boomer. And I just wanted to show them. We just wanted to share them with you today. Okay? So, any questions, you know to ask us. Ask Sweetie Nail Supply. Ask me. Happy to answer your guys' questions. So if you have questions about either of these products, go ahead and let us know. And thank you for popping on. I hope everyone has a lovely holiday weekend if you celebrate Easter. And we will see you soon. I'm going to save this for you guys now, okay? Thanks again, guys. Bye.